welcome back. It's your boy Kilo, also known as that Mac Cat. And now I'll be demonstrating and showing you how you can install the app called Shottr, which is a free screenshot tool for Mac. You can download it for completely free, you can use it for completely free. Plus, if you want to donate the developer of this app, then you can easily do it by just clicking on the Buy Shottr button. But we're not focused in that, we're not talking about that. What we are talking about is the functionality and features of this app. Okay, so the first difference is that instead of taking screenshots, whether it's full screen or portion screenshots, with Command Shift 3 or 4, you take screenshots with Command Shift 1. I'll press Command Shift and 1. Then it takes a full screen screenshot. But what if I wanted to take a screenshot of an area? Then I can easily do that by just pressing Command Shift and 2. So I will just select this window right here. Then it will show up a little pop-up window. The first thing that I can do is to press enter, which will go to the edit page, which I'll be demonstrating it later in the video. You can also copy it to the clipboard if you want to send it through an app like Signal or Fiber. You can also save it as a JPEG or a PNG file. You can choose your preference in the settings, which I'll be also talking about later in the video, plus the destination or the default destination. Put the image, and you can create a QCR or QR. We can pin the image to the desktop. Like if I press this, it's currently pinned. I can just quickly edit it by pressing it enter or just clicking on this button right here. So once you are in the edit page, I'll be showing a few buttons and commands that will improve your screenshot skills. So the first button here is self-explanatory. Copy it to the clipboard. Same goes for the second and third, which is save it to your default location and pin it onto the screen. The next thing is drag and dropping an image directly from Shottr to any app like Signal or Fiber. The next thing is the arrow key right here, and this is where the magic begins. I can just click on this arrow button right here and draw an arrow like so. From here, I can configure and change and update the thickness of the arrow, change the color if I want to, like red to this dark blue. I can select a type of arrow with a arrow tip on the front, or a much more lighter one, or arrow tips on both sides. The next thing is adding text, which is very simple. Just click on the text button right here, and I'm gonna just right click, do a left click on the area that I want to put the text in it. Then it will automatically zoom 100% so that you can easily see it. Now I can just type in hello world just for example. Then I can configure the arrow to be much longer, shorter, or if I want the arrow to be on the right or on the left. Next thing is adding rectangles and shapes. I can just draw it like that, configure the thickness, the style or width, and it's quite simple. The next thing is freehand drawing, which is freehand drawing and just draw whatever the heck that I want to, and I can change the ink type and the thickness of the ink. I can also do a highlight of it, so let's highlight screenshot right here just as an example. And lastly, I can add blurs to the screenshot. So if I wanted to blur this area right here for sensitive info, I can blur the entire area, or I can just blur the text or erase the area and the text, or erase just the text. It's very powerful, and it's also completely free to download and use. If I click on more tools, I can add a spotlight, which basically add a spotlight, so it's highlight this part or that part of the area or the part of the screenshot that you want to actually put focus on and do a spotlight on it. The next thing is counter, where you just add a counter like 1, 2, 3, and 4, like if you are adding demonstration steps, which are useful if you want to add steps that someone need to follow. You can add a line if you want to, a vertical or a horizontal one. And lastly, I can easily paste in the image, but I'll still need to copy an image from any source like Fiber, Signals, Safari, Arc browser in my clipboard to actually make this work. The last few features are color picker, so I can just highlight my mouse there. I can just press tab to copy the color hex code into my clipboard. And it will show you a pop-up right there, and just press enter again to get to the editing section. I can also adjust the image size and resize it however I like in pixels, and I can also select the zoom to make it much more zoom out or zoom in, whatever you like. That's the main thing about the edit page, and I almost demonstrated and showed you almost all the features of Shottr. But let's now move on to the settings of Shottr. Let's just copy this and we'll go to the Shottr icon. So the Shottr icon should be in your menu bar. So if I expand this right here, I can just click on Shottr. I can reopen Shottr, capture the screen area. I can do a scrolling capture. I'm going to show you how to do that. It's quite interesting. So if you click on the Shottr icon right here on your menu bar, you can just click on scrolling capture, and I'll select this browser window right here which I want to do a scrolling capture, and it's going to automatically scroll through the website or the page, and it's quite long, so just need to be patient with that. And once it has taken the screenshot, once it has took the scrolling screenshot, then you can see the edit page right here, and let's just save it as an example. So let's open it up through Finder. Of course, it's a fully featured scrolling screenshot. As you can see, it took the entire web page, and the quality, as I'm seeing it on my 14-inch M1 Pro MacBook Pro, is quite nice, and that's one of the most interesting features in Shottr. The next thing is recognize text /QR, which is self-explanatory. Can repeat an area capture the active window, which will be the preview app, and capture any window. I can do a delayed screenshot. I can scroll up, so instead of scrolling down, it's scrolling up. Open a file, and I can also load from the clipboard. You can also go and check out Shottr on Twitter, and also purchase Shottr, which I didn't. Now, the only difference between the purchased version of Shottr and the free version of Shottr is that it's basically the same. But after using the Shottr app for more than 30 days, it's going to remind you to buy the app. The next thing is report a bug. If you find a bug, you can just report it straight to the developer. You can enable so that the Shottr app will launch once you log in and start up your Mac. You can also quit the app if you want to, but I hope you liked my videos and found it informative, and I'll see you guys in the next video.